Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
As you can see, we are in the car.
Yes.
We needed to get some stuff done today.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
Like go shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? No, we're on the way to town. Tomorrow is our anniversary.
Yeah.
12-year anniversary. So, we wanted to get to town and get some groceries for our anniversary dinner.
Yes. We have big plans for our dinner.
Yeah, usually we do like the same thing is what we usually do, right? We're gonna go get some steaks, and we're gonna have some baked potatoes and fresh green beans, and I make some really nice like scampi shrimp, which is gonna be so good.
Yeah, no, it's all gonna be good.
So we wanted to get that done early this morning before it's supposed to rain. It's kind of cloudy outside. I don't know if you
it's
guys
kind of
can
misty
see.
and foggy.
You can see outside. Let me see. See it? You guys can see. It's coming.
It does.
Yep. So
Later on.
wanted to get that done, and so here we are in the car again.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Today is going to be a very fun day for Mr. Wyatt at school.
Oh yeah, he's got his field day.
Yeah, field day. So, Lillian, you're fine. It's a field day. So they're going to go to the baseball field today, and they have all kinds of like games set up at school, and it's like recess all day.
Yeah.
Basically, the school provides like a brown packed lunch and
A picnic.
and they can bring toys and fun things to do and run around, play baseball, and just have fun all day. So
Yeah.
I remember those when I was a kid too.
Yeah, I said I never had those at my school when I was a kid.
Our field day when I was in elementary school, I went to school way out in the sticks in California. I remember it. But we played a lot of soccer, and then they had all these like carnival games set up everywhere.
Yeah, Wyatt said they'll have games and stuff there too.
Yeah, they had like soccer. You could. This was back when they still allowed this. They had archery in school, right? Whole archery thing set up for shooting targets and different things, and like the ring toss games and just the balloon pop. You know, like carnival stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, we didn't. Like I said, I never had that at my school.
I guess we were lucky.
Yeah.
Me and Wyatt.
Yeah. I've never even heard of it until Wyatt went to school.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool.
Isn't that crazy how the times have changed, guys? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys remember how your school was. Elementary, high school, junior high, right? And even for some of you guys, I'm sure it was completely different than it was for me.
Oh, yeah.
But even just in my life, right? I think back, like I just said, in elementary school, when I was in 5th grade, I remember we were learning about Native Americans in school, and like our homework for the week was to go home and make a homemade bow and arrow, right, out of whatever you wanted to use.
Yeah.
Right, and bring it to school, including the arrow.
Oh, yeah, we never did nothing like that.
Yeah, I did, and we went. Everybody went home, and I made mine, out of a tree branch and string and all that stuff, just the straightest stick I could find, for the arrow, and
A little rock for the head.
yeah, I think so, yeah, like a little rock or something for the arrowhead.
Yeah.
And my dad helped me do it, build it and stuff, and everybody brought it to school like on that Friday, and we went out to the field, and we literally like had a contest to see who could shoot their arrow the farthest. And people probably think, if people hear that about it now today, they think like, oh, that never happened today, ever. You'd get expelled for bringing
it's
up.
true. I mean, they didn't do nothing like that for us either.
And I mean, I remember in high school, no joke on this, you guys probably remember it too, some of you, but the Cowboys and stuff, they'd have their big, Ford trucks and their Chevys, and they would have the shotgun racks inside the truck on the back, and they'd have shotguns inside their truck at school. And it was a normal, everyday like thing you would see.
Yeah, nothing like that either in my school.
Like 12 gauge shotguns, man, in school. And but it was a lot different back then. They weren't taking them to school, you know, to be malicious. They were taking them because right after school got out, they were going hunting. Or they were
You know what?
You know, it's craziness.
Yeah, we never had like the cowboys at my
we
school,
did.
which is weird because I mean, I lived out in.
You lived out in the sticks too, but
Yeah.
I don't know if.
I guess we were all cowboys.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, so when I'm talking cowboys, I'm meaning like, you guys remember the 90s, the 1990s, early 90s cowboy style, the super tight Wranglers with the boots, and everybody wore a dress shirt with cowboy hat, looking like Alan Jackson and stuff, you know?
Yeah, they still dress like that.
I know that, but that's what I'm talking about when I say cowboys, the look.
Yeah.
And they always had the big lifted up trucks, you know, and
Yeah, we never.
I had a bunch of friends that were like that, and
Yeah, never had anything like that.
nothing?
No, not that I can remember of. I remember like the goth kids,
Oh, yeah.
and the gangster kids, and the jocks, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember ever seeing any kids in my school, like in high school or anything growing up, that would wear like the big cowboy hats and.
Oh, it was everywhere in California for me.
I don't even remember seeing kids with like the souped up, lifted up big old trucks either.
And that's crazy because in Oregon, I mean, that'd be perfect.
A lot of Jeeps. There was a lot of Jeeps.
Maybe it's more like that kind of trail stuff.
And a lot of.
Where I grew up, the higher the truck, the better.
Yeah.
Right. That's big old tires.
I'm sure there was kids that had like lifted and souped up cars. Maybe I just didn't care.
Probably just didn't pay attention. I didn't mind those trucks. I was more into like classic hot rods, you know.
Yeah.
Like 60s model stuff. Like I had a 62 Ford Fairlane, which was my first car, which was awesome, by the way.
You know, a lot of kids had some Jeep Wranglers, and I was always so jealous because I wanted a Jeep Wrangler.
And you still want a Jeep Wrangler.
I still really want a Jeep Wrangler. I had a Jeep though, but it was a Jeep Cherokee.
That's not a Wrangler.
No, it's not. But it was a Jeep Cherokee, 2-wheel drive.
Close enough, I guess.
It was a great car. I love that car. I still want a Jeep. Maybe someday.
They're expensive.
They are expensive, but you know, if I bought one, I promise you, I probably would never get rid of it because I've wanted one since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Like my whole life. You know, I've always wanted a Jeep.
There's only a few cars in my life that I've never had that I would love to have. My favorite car of all time, just because if you guys are wondering, by any chance, some of you guys might even remember these, but it was a 1967 Mercury Cyclone GT. Very, very awesome cars.
Yeah.
And they didn't make too many of them. It was basically like a 1967 Fairlane. The best way I can describe it. But it was a Mercury. It said Cyclone on the back, and they're super rare now. And good luck finding one. And if you do, you're paying a lot of money for it. But anyway, it's just crazy how, like I was trying to get at, how times have changed, man. I've talked to my dad, my aunts, and my mom, and different things. And I mean, just from them, you know, going to school in the 70s and being born in the 60s, they remember how times have changed. I don't know if it's changed for the better. Like, I don't know. I wasn't around back then, you know? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean...
I think people get stuck in their own generation. They say, what is it? Is it 35 or 25? This is just an example of where people get stuck, I think. Either 25 or 35. I think it's 25. Where you don't really know what's new and relevant and popular when it comes to music anymore.
It's probably 25.
I think it's 25?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like after you and I got married, I'm still stuck on the same music that I was listening to when me and you got together. And
me too. I like newer stuff too now, but like you always have that golden era of music. Whatever, decade you grew up in.
Your go-to music.
It's like your go-to, and it's the best music, and all the other music is not as good. And the movies of the era were the best, right? That kind of stuff. Like, I love late 80s movies, right? Like, well, mid 80s to like mid 90s movies are some of my favorite movies of all time. Like Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and all those other ones. And Jurassic World, they're not bad, but you can't beat Sam Neill in Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just a little thought. I was thinking about that with different things. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, because today is Wyatt's field day.
Yeah, oh, that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. And then next week, I think they got a field trip.
Yep, they got a field trip next week because next week is his last full week of school.
Yeah, so he's got an exciting couple
for the year.
weeks. Yeah.
So you,
well, go ahead.
I was saying, you can imagine he don't mind going to school right now.
No, he was actually very easy to wake up this morning.
Right before we were.
Yeah, I went in there and I Wyatt, good morning. And I said today's the big day.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah,
we walking. We driving down
the
the
next
bus
time
stop.
I went back in there by the time I was gonna go check up on him, make sure he was awake, he had shut the door and he was getting dressed and ready for the day.
All right, he's ready.
Yeah.
He was ready. Yeah, good times, good memories. I'm happy Wyatt's going to school here, obviously.
Yeah.
Compared to in Vegas. In Vegas, he really didn't have a lot of. He was younger.
Yeah.
But he didn't really have a lot of friends because I don't blame some parents. It's such a big city.
Well, that and.
Well, what I was getting at, it's such a big city. Like, you don't really go hang out with your friends like we did back when we were growing up. At least for Wyatt, because everybody's got their own thing going on. And it's hard to trust people, and
yeah. Well, I was gonna say too. He was that second year was COVID, so he really wasn't in school at all.
Yeah, that is a huge thing.
And
he got stuck at home. I have a video of him doing his schoolwork, and I felt so bad for him, for Wyatt. I felt so bad. He was in first grade.
I'm gonna go park over here because
Okay.
Lillian's gonna go crazy.
We'll just go right over here. Yeah, Lillian's with us too, guys. She's right there. She wanted to come. We're only going to be in Walmart just for a few minutes, and it's not hot outside, so
yeah, she'll
be fine.
She's used to traveling with us and
Yeah.
hanging out. She probably knows exactly where we're at.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Oh, it's my favorite store.
Yep. Well, it's not my favorite store. It's literally the only store that we're stuck going to.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else.
I know.
We can get out.
No.
But I felt so bad for Wyatt when he was in like first grade because he just started going to school, and then COVID happened. And he just started making friends in kindergarten, and then he gets stuck at school for a year, and he can't even go visit anybody because the whole mandates and all the stuff and all this and this and that. And so I felt bad, but it is what it is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was horrible.
It was, but you know what? He went back to school for a very short period of time, and then we ended up moving. So
Yeah.
I don't think he probably doesn't even really remember.
I'm sure he doesn't. I gotta see if that was David that texted me.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Can I
question.
grab this real quick?
Yeah.
You can talk.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're meeting David down here today. I don't know if I think he said about his chicken.
Huh?
The chicken. I don't know if he's.
Oh, the rooster?
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, we're meeting David at Walmart here because he just borrowed our dog cage.
Yeah.
So we're meeting him down here so we can pick it up instead of him coming all the way over there. We're like,
So
well,
you can come over here and get it.
yeah, we're like, well, we're gonna be in town. He's like, me too.
Yeah, so we'll just meet you in town then, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's just so much easier. I mean, not really so much easier. It's not that far of a drive.
He said he's parked over by McDonald's, but we'll see if he comes over here. I told him we'll come over here.
That's over at the gas station.
I know that. He didn't. I'm saying he said he's parked at McDonald's.
Oh,
And
okay.
I said,
Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
we're over here. Come
yeah,
on over here.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what he's got
Okay.
going on.
He's eating.
Oh, he's eating some
He
food.
grabbed some breakfast, most likely. So.
I could go for some McDonald's breakfast.
Let me get a McPick too. That's our thing, right?
It is. Every time we're in town.
We don't eat fast food that often. We don't.
No.
We really don't. I love it. It's bad for you. You shouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
It's unhealthy.
But that's why I
it
love
tastes so good.
Yeah. That's why I love it, because it's so bad and unhealthy.
And so we always have that little joke when we come in town. One of us will just randomly say, "Let me get a McPick too."
Yeah. Just,
Right.
Yeah.
To symbolize, hey, we should go get some McDonald's. Or
I'm sure it's some
something.
McDonald's.
There's no other fast food restaurants here that I really like except for Taco Bell.
Yes.
When it comes to just fast food, and I've mentioned this before. I already have. I really wish there was a Jack in the Box here.
Yeah, there's nowhere.
That is my
The
favorite.
closest one, I think, is they have them in Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's none in this state. I think they're bringing one to like Fayetteville or something.
Probably.
But all they have here, they got Taco Bell, McDonald's, Sonic Burger, and KFC.
Subway.
And Subway.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get burnt out of eating all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Give me Jack in the Box, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
That's all I really care about.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jack in the Box, but I'm not like you. You were really obsessed with Jack in the Box.
Well, when it came to what are we going to get, we're going to go get junk. So what are we going to get? Because Jack in the Box has got everything. They got tacos, they got burgers, they got burritos, they got bowls, they got egg rolls, they got bacon cheddar potato wedges. They just got everything. I love it.
Yeah,
it's
I love
the
their
best.
egg rolls. Their egg
Super,
rolls
super
are
good.
really good.
So, but guys, we're going to go inside while we're waiting for David. Maybe we can get some shopping done before he gets here.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, maybe he's got to do some shopping too, so.
He might. So, we'll probably wait. But stay safe, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We do appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay safe, stay motivated, and we will catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.